the Clinical Trials Guru from Barcelona. Hey Guru Nation, how's everyone doing? I am on vacation in Barcelona. It's beautiful here, my first time here. But just because I'm on vacation doesn't mean that the questions from the viewers stop coming in. And this week's theme happened to be about job hunting and coordinators wanting to transition to be CRAs and other people wanting to transition to be CRAs and how they're just not getting the results they want. So first of all, motivation is short-term. There's no long-term value there. It's like drinking a coffee or like drinking a Red Bull. It's gonna give you short-term burst of energy, but then you're gonna crash. And in the job hunt analogy, that crashes, you're gonna give up. And this person sent me an email. There was actually several following this theme. They've applied to 2 places. They're coordinators, so they have experience as coordinators. They've applied to 2 places as entry-level CRAs because the CROs, every now and then, they have these entry-level programs for people that want to be CRAs. I gave some advice to this person from the Barcelona Football Club's press room when I was doing a tour of that stadium, which was amazing. So you can see that here. You've got to try more than just one application when you apply for these jobs that you're getting. If you don't have experience as a CRA, you've got to take at least 200 applications before you get hired for one position. Don't quit after the first one. So many people do that, it's not good. And then they get so happy, these people get so happy that they're being considered. And you know, they must have lucked into this entry-level CRA position where the CROs are actually bringing on experienced study coordinators to work at the CRO, and then for whatever reason it doesn't pan out even though they interview well, and now they lose all hope. And it's like, look, I understand you're a coordinator and you have experience, but that does not entitle you to a job as a CRA. And what I told this person, and actually several people this week who reached out to me, was you've got to, if you have no experience as a CRA and you want to become a CRA, which is an extremely lucrative profession, you've got to apply to over 200 places. There's something called the 200 Club that me and ECRG, I think is the channel, Elite Clinical Research Group, he's part of the 200 Club, and there's so many people, Bench to Research, that Jenny, I interviewed her on the Clinical Trials Guru a couple years ago. 200 applications, that seems to be the magic number where things start happening for people who don't have experience being CRAs. By the way, that 200 number is also a magical number for sites needing to email pitch, phone call pitch before they start getting site selection visits to get studies for their sites. It's not just going to happen after 1 or 2 interviews, even if you do a really good job. You're not entitled to any CRA position when you have no experience as a CRA just because you are a study coordinator and maybe a really good study coordinator. So the bottom line is this: if you want something in this industry, like if you're a CRC that wants to be a CRA with no experience, or if you're a site owner that wants to open a site and wants to get studies and wants to get physicians to want to work with them, and you have no experience doing that, effort is the key. You've got to dig down within and beyond just the motivation. Don't just get excited about it temporarily and then watch a bunch of my videos and then hope for that motivational surge to carry you through to your end goal, because that's not the way it works. The motivation is helpful short term, just like drinking a Red Bull or drinking a coffee. But what you really need to do is reach down within. I'm being serious, this is not just hyperbole here. You got to find out what actually inspires you. What do you want to accomplish out of your career? Why do you want to do this? And once you figure out your why, then you could figure out the how. You could work that out. But then you'll realize that after, when you first interview and your second interview, or in the cases of you site owners, your first study, your first site selection visit fails, your second one fails, you're just not getting responses after your email pitches, after hundreds of them, you're gonna continue doing it because your why, you understand your why, and you're now inspired to go out and do it and to push harder, because everything in this industry takes 10 times the effort than you think it's gonna take. You're not entitled to anything just because you're smart, just because you've worked in this industry as a coordinator in another position. You're not entitled to anything. You're not entitled to being a CRA. You're not entitled to owning a site. You're not entitled to getting a successful site. It's up to you to do that. It's effort, and it's 10 times the effort. So figure out your why, and then apply more. Apply. Whether you're a site, apply for more studies. If you're a job seeker, apply for more jobs. Don't give up. Find your why. Motivation is short-term and temporary, and I use it, but it's not long-term. Okay, long-term, you got to dig down within and figure out why you want to do this, and then push harder. And don't get frustrated after 1 or 2 job interviews don't go well, or maybe go well but you don't get the job. That's what happens. Talk to you soon. Take care.